Thanks for checking out the show. As always, the podcast official weatherman Frankie McDonald will be here. Jesse Tyler is coming up, and there may be a surprise or two. But first, my next guest is a comedian living with muscular dystrophy. You may have seen him on numerous times on Kill Tony. Please welcome to the show, the Martin Phillips.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I think this is my second time on the show. I think I
Yeah,
remember the show. I definitely remember the name. We don't have cookies, so
it's
yeah, I didn't realize this was the show when you asked me, and I was like, oh, okay,
yeah,
I know what this is now.
it's kind of a hard show to forget as far as the name goes, anyway.
Yeah, but cool.
Yeah, I want to ask you right off the top. I'm unfamiliar with muscular dystrophy. Is that something that affected you from birth, or is that something that develops after a time?
I mean, there's like different types of muscular dystrophy, but yeah, I didn't get diagnosed until I was like, like 9 or 10 or something. So I think it does depending, I guess, on what type you have. It more develops over time, but in some cases, it's straight from birth. But for me, it took me. I didn't even get straight diagnosed with it at first. They thought I had other things, and then after some tests, some evaluations, and other thing eventually led them to muscular dystrophy. But again, there's like it's a big uh, category, so it's different for everybody, kinda.
Okay. How does it affect you personally?
I guess I I can't walking long distances can be tough. I drag my left foot a lot, so actually when I go to work and stuff, I have leg braces I wear. They're nothing major, but yeah, it's with leg braces. It makes walking a little bit better. I don't always like wearing them, but and then stuff like that, mainly just walking a long way. And I drive. I don't really have my car is in it doesn't have too many adaptations. I just
Uh-huh.
have like a knob on my steering wheel I use. So but I can use the pedals fine, but I cannot drive like I'm imitating here just with
Okay.
one arm. Sometimes this arm can be a little bit shakier, I guess. So this is a better arm for me. So I guess yeah, also something about this arm is a little bit shakier and stuff, but that's mainly what I have going on.
Do you know who Jared Nathan is?
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Trust me, I know in the Kill Tony world, not only do I know him, but I think I get confused for like him or Eric Belial. We all
Yeah.
everyone thinks we're the same person. I'm sure they might get confused for being me, but yeah, I never actually met him
Oh,
face to face. But yes, I do know who he is.
he's a really good guy. I've had him on the show before. He's if people haven't seen him, he's got a stuttering problem, but if he whispers, he can say anything he wants. I was
Oh,
going to ask, is there anything that you've ever tried that got it to stop for a second? Something bizarre, like
oh, dude,
finger in the ear?
I took this heavy duty edible once and I was paralyzed. So yeah, but I can't perform like that. Like I was just in a coma. But yeah, I haven't said and yeah, I take medication to reduce spasticity, but I don't think in general it's that major. I
Yeah.
can still, yeah, and you see me on stage, I think I still make it work, so,
Yeah.
yeah, it's good so far.
Has that helped play into your comedy some?
I think I don't wanna, I don't know, I don't wanna just be doing jokes, about my disability. You know, I kind of
Mhm.
would prefer to do jokes about whatever, but I think it probably helps because maybe people think I'm just gonna do a bunch of like handicap jokes, and then they might be a little bit more surprised that I can just do just regular jokes about stuff. And I think in a way, it's more encouraging. Like people are excited about it. That I'm just doing regular jokes. It's not as much because sometimes after a while, after again, other comedians, they can do whatever. I don't care. I'm just saying, for me personally, after a while, you keep doing jokes, about your disability. Everyone's like, okay, we get it, or it might be like, being too sympathetic. So I think um, maybe sometimes people don't expect the jokes. I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I like that you don't lean too heavily on it. One of your jokes is about leaving a bar. Do you mind telling that here real quick?
What's the joke? Leave. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah, it's like I don't. I mean, I don't drink too much regularly, but yeah, whenever I do leave a bar or somewhere, everyone's like, "Oh, you good to drive, dude?" And it's for real stuff that's happened. Like, I've been stopped on the street so many times. This one guy, he literally wouldn't let me hit my car. He was like, "No, dude, you can't do this." So in my car, I had my handicap parking sign. I pulled it out, the placard. I showed him. He was like, "Oh, okay, cool." But yeah, yeah. In the joke, I'm like, "Well, we're gonna see what happens." Then I run them over because it's just being irritated. But yeah, that's happened more than once. If in a setting where there's a lot of drinking, some people who are probably already kind of drunk themselves might be like, "Man, that guy he's messed up. Look at that guy. Oh damn." But yeah, that's happened on occasion.
Because at first I thought the joke was, you talking about what you just talked about, the guy not wanting you in the car and stuff. And then when you mentioned running him over, I thought that was another joke about you not being able to drive or something. So it really surprised me when you said you drove a car. That's really cool.
Yeah, yeah. People, I know on culturally, yeah, they definitely bring it up a lot. Yeah, I've been able to drive regularly. I've been doing it since the normal age people start driving, like 17 and whatnot. And I had to
Mhm.
do a different type of driving school. There's like a special type of driving school because I have
Oh,
the knob and stuff. But I did like most people my age do it. So
I never
uh
even thought of that.
yeah. So yeah, but yeah, it just it's case by case how people. But I think even depending on what your disability is or whatnot, cars have come a long way. Like, there's so much, add-ons and equipment they can
Mhm.
put in your vehicle. I think most people can probably drive no matter, what you have going on. There's so, like, yeah, I think even people, like somebody with like no arms can drive a car. It's very adaptable now. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff you can have, so I guess most people might be surprised, but really it's everyone's out on the road now,
Yeah.
watch out. So
One thing I heard you say during your interview on Kill Tony, they didn't do a follow up on this,
uh,
was that you were played on your college baseball team. What
yeah,
position
yeah.
did you play?
Oh, sorry, yeah. So technically, because I had some friends, it was the college club team, so we weren't the actual
Oh,
universities, but yeah, but we were pretty good. with the club team. I had some friends on there. So technically, I was like, they called me, I was like manager slash like first base coach. However, my last, semester in college, the last game, they let me up and bat. I
Nice.
got on base. I got a run.
Hell
Uh,
yeah.
so technically, I do have stats in the club college baseball statistics database, whatever they keep that. But yeah, mostly I just stood by first base and gave fist bumps or said, "Okay, let's go. Okay, stop."
Yeah.
But I was so part of the team, and it was really a fun time. So
And you've been skydiving before too. That's another thing that got me because I've always wanted to go. I just never could get the nerve up.
yeah, that was during 2020,
Uh-huh.
and that was also I just turned 30, so
Okay.
there was a lot of just depressing things happening, and it was something I guess I don't know. I had the time, and they were still doing it, so yeah, I just finally went with it, and yeah, it was cool. I mean, I was definitely pretty scared going
Yeah.
in the airplane, but and even it's crazy. They show you like a video before you do it about everything that can happen, and they pretty much say like, yeah, we can't 100% guarantee nothing bad's gonna like, you could die. You have to, like, sign a waiver, and it's like, if you die or get hurt, you can't sue us, and if you sue us, you have to use our lawyers, so it
Oh,
is, like,
wow.
crazy, when people do this, but, I always felt better because, we you got this dude on your back, so I felt safe knowing there's someone attached to me. I wouldn't do it just myself. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
way more scary. I feel like really nervous when to pull the parachute. So,
Mhm.
yeah, it's definitely a crazy experience, and
Yeah, I bet.
yeah, it's a little pricey. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do it again, but it's like, one of those things you get, you should try and experience.
We got a question from the chat. They wanna know, how long have you been doing stand-up?
Yeah, I've been doing it for like a decade or so. I started in college, so it's been like, yeah, maybe almost like 11 years now.
Wow.
It's been a minute, it's just what a part of me now. I don't know what I'd do if I wasn't looking for shows or trying to get on a show or, have a show, and I don't know if you saw, I think they just asked another question,
Yeah.
says, "What made you wanna do it?" I just always thought it was funny, that's all, really. I just was always, a funny guy, making jokes, and I just had something, yeah, it's a dream of mine, I went for it, and I just kept doing it, so I know a lot of people have better stories how they started or why they wanna do it, but I just thought it was funny, and that's it, and I did it, and I still do it.
You recently moved to Austin, Texas, which has quickly become like the mecca of stand-up. How has that affected your comedy?
It's a little bit different than where I was, I guess. I'm still kinda new here, it's been, like 6 months or so, so I haven't really, there's still some shows I'm trying to get on. I'm, I don't know if it really affected my comedy, I'm just trying to do different things, get in places, try to, think of jokes and, make connections to just have, I don't know, a good time and see if I can, get a bigger following and stuff. So I guess, back where I was in DC, was way easier to get on stuff because there's not as many, performers. But I'm out of here. I'm new, so I'm still figuring out. And I know Austin definitely has it has different types of comics, different types of humor that maybe I didn't really see in DC, but
Mhm.
I still try to just do the way I do things. I don't really wanna change based on where I am geographically. So yeah, things can be a little bit raunchier, I guess, that shows. But I have some raunchy jokes too, so
Yeah.
I can, do my, maybe dirtier stuff. But I don't think my material has changed anything. It's just again trying to make more of a name for
Yeah.
myself. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if maybe you got up more
Oh,
or anything like that.
to be honest, I'd probably get up more in DC, but again, I was there for like 7 years, so I'm still new here. I get on stuff, but it's a gradual thing, and things are
Yeah.
picking up. It's like for me, it's like a week by week thing. Some weeks I'm busy, other weeks it's more open. It just depends.
Are you still a substitute teacher?
Yeah, I'm still in schools. I do schools out here. It's pretty chill. I mainly go to one school, but I've been other places. So yeah, I still got I still I make money from comedy, but still not quite as much as I would like.
Um, what's your favorite children's song? Mine's Wheels on the Bus.
Oh, okay. I like, "Row, row, row," or actually, no, "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star." That's a
Nice.
nice song.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Yeah.
You made an Ariana Grande parody album on SoundCloud. What what made you decide to do that?
Well, actually, I made the Ariana one, and a year later, I made the Taylor Swift one.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah, I would, I haven't done it in a while, but I used to write like funny songs and stuff, and we had a radio show, and I would I performed like two like songs based on her songs, and then I just thought, "Oh, I can make this an album," I'm just
Uh,
thinking about it. I don't know, I mean, I definitely don't have a good voice. I think what I learned was, we need a new singer. I can write the lyrics, but I don't know if my voice is good. But I had a friend who's like, he's an audio engineer, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." But it was just like a stupid idea that he did, and then we put it out. So it's still on SoundCloud. It's been a few years, but we have the Ariana one and the Taylor Swift one. I never made a third one, but never say never. Who knows? There's still, Lady Gaga's out there,
there you go.
Beyonce's out there. There's plenty of people I can parody next.
Now you got a free pass to be on Kill Tony. How do you get on these days? Do you just show up? Do you have to email and make
Uh,
arrangements or
Usually I just, yeah, I usually just like DM Tony. I'm like, "Hey, is this Monday good?" And he says yes or no. And I try not to take advantage of that too much. So usually it's like maybe every other month or so, I try to hit him up and see.
yeah?
So yeah, that's pretty much it.
How is he behind the scenes? I heard he's a really nice guy behind the scenes. He's just kind of playing a character during the show.
Yeah, he's nice, he's cool. Yeah, the show is, people he's more known for, like, roasting or whatnot, so that's just kinda like his, comedy style, but yeah, he's been always nice and cool and everything, so yeah, he's cool, nice guy.
One thing I have to ask you about, you said that you performed in a Lazy Boy furniture store. I don't think they really got into it on Kill Tony, but I have to know more about this.
It was back where I'm from in Virginia. There was a comic who worked at Lazy Boy. They set up like a fundraiser type show, and
Uh-huh.
yeah, I got on it and did it. There was a bunch of us. Yeah, it was it was pretty unique.
Yeah. Have you ever done any other shows that were unique like that?
Yeah, I'm trying to think that was like I've done like there was like a church retreat thing. They got comics for it was no, it wasn't a retreat. It was like the church opened up their doors to homeless people to stay the night, and they
Uh-huh.
wanted entertainment, so somehow they got comedians. So we performed for the church and the homeless there, and I don't think we knew what it was exactly till we got there. And me and my friend had come from a comedy club, and we were already kinda, like, tipsy ourselves. I was, like, kinda drunk, like, "What am I doing right now?" But, it was a cool show. It wasn't as, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. And, yeah, stuff like that, just, like, so I've always been worried that, yeah, like, I'm gonna be blindsided. Yeah, sometimes you're blindsided and go to a show when it's like, "Why are there kids here?" and stuff, so,
Yeah.
yeah, stuff like that.
You got a podcast called Isn't It Romantic on YouTube. Oh, hold on a second. We got John the Songman's going to be joining
Oh,
us.
oh,
We haven't
nice.
had John the Songman on in quite a while.
Oh,
So let me get things set up here.
oh, nice.
John,
What is up, guys? It's always been a while.
how's it going, man?
I'm doing good.
Good.
How you guys been doing for a new year?
We got a guest named Martin Phillips on the show.
Hey,
Hello.
Mark, how are you?
What's
Mark,
up?
just so you know, Mark is on the air, just so everyone is aware, because he's got a lot of stuff with Jason to share, because we want to tell him how well he's respected more as a teddy bear.
You got it, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. You're welcome.
Do you have any questions for Martin? He's a comedian out of Austin, Texas.
Oh, yeah. Well, what do you think your character would be as a person, as a comedian, would be like from a movie or a TV series? Like, who do you represent mostly as a character from a TV series, or maybe like a movie? Like, what is Martin all about as a character, as a comedian?
John Wick, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
I
dude.
love that answer. That's great.
Yeah.
Dude, check it out, John Wick. Yeah, I got my guy right here.
Oh, it's really
Don't
cute. Just
fuck
like
with
Mike.
this guy, okay?
That's great.
Anyway, yeah.
Do you got
That's
another
really
song?
good. Oh, go on.
Do you got another song for us, Songman?
Oh, yeah, I would say so. Take me out to see Martin because I want him and I to eat Cracker Jacks while we hear him give some people some slaps that he didn't like in the past after him and I are done running our big laps. Because I know how much he, as a comedian, just loves to kick ass.
There you go. I like that one.
Fun.
Oh, you're welcome for that, as always.
So
Cool.
back to the question. You have a YouTube channel, and it's called Isn't It Romantic is your podcast name. What can people expect when they tune into that?
Yeah, dude, it's on YouTube. It's on. You can listen to the audio wherever you find podcasts. But yeah, it's just we watch a movie that might be known as a romance or something, maybe out of left field, and we determine whether it's actually romantic or not, or
Oh,
whether, yeah, and something out of left field is actually more of a love story than you think it is. So yeah, and a lot of times we go off topic and just gotta, bullshit around. But
Yeah.
it's always fun.
I know how it goes getting off topic. We do that a lot here.
Yeah. So same thing.
Do you have another question, John?
Oh no, I'll just listen to the podcast. It's been a while, so I'll just
Yeah.
listen to you as always, Jason. It's great to be back, and I apologize for missing the last one.
Oh, no problem, man. It's great
Yeah.
to have you.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. We're just waiting on Frankie McDonald to get here. Martin, is there anything you'd like to promote before you go?
Oh yeah, this upcoming week I got like a small tour going on. I'll be headlining some shows Valentine's Day in Baltimore at a place called the Port. And then that weekend, the 16th and 17th, I'm at the DC Comedy Loft. And then that Sunday, I'm back my hometown at Cosby's Comedy Club. So I've been headlining, Maryland, Virginia, DC. So check it out. And yeah, you can I guess go to my Instagram, Martin Phillips Comedy, and the link in the bio. We can find all the shows and where to get tickets. So that's all this upcoming week. So I'm excited for it. Oh,
Yeah, sounds great. It was great having you on, Martin. I got a lot of things I'd still like to talk to you about. Hopefully, we'll have you back sometime soon.
Well, yeah, sure thing.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks.
Great to see you.
Bye.
All right, guys. We got Imogen Bailey here now. How you doing? I think we do. Yeah, I think there might be a little delay. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
So what have you been up to, Songman? We haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you now.
Yeah, it's good. And a little hard 23 because I lost my mom, but it's a little hard thing. We're keeping it all together though. Everything with family.
Yeah.
So it's great to see you.
Yeah, it's good to have you. I'm sorry, what was that?
You doing good too?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, man. Can't complain.
Yeah, we got everything settled. So I think I don't know how many I've been catching up a little on X lately of what you've been up to with the guest.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to get on Twitter a little more recently. I haven't tweeted a lot, but I've been reading a lot of tweets and
yeah, you've been private for quite a while. I don't know what's up with Jason. Like he's not even been reminded as we used to know.
Yeah, I just kind of disappeared for a while there. All right, looks like we got Imogen back. Let's bring her on board. Hey, can you hear us?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay.
I'm here, I swear.
Yeah, we can.
Almost every single live stream that happens.
Really?
Machines hate me. They really do.
What have you? You're another person that hasn't been on the show in a while. What have you been up to?
A lot, to say the least. A lot. Yeah, I'm just prepping. I have a fashion show coming up next week we had the little meet and greetser just a couple of days ago, which was kind of awesome. Calendar a couple months ago. I have a lot of time in front of the camera. Working on just a lot of the place.
Nice.
Product development, website, etc. So that's what I've been doing.
Yeah. You seem to keep yourself pretty busy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you seem to keep yourself pretty busy. That's great. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, there we go.
I think we still got a little bit of a delay, but nothing horrible.
Yeah.
So what was your calendar? When did that come out?
Well, it's good that it.
Uh-oh.
I'm here. Okay. I released it in November. It's just a lot of, not surprising, there's a fair amount of bikini shots in there. But it's just modeling photos. There's photos from Tofino, Seattle, and Miami. Nice. I got to travel around a little bit, got to do some kind of fun stuff that I don't normally do. And unfortunately, while in Miami, I did not get to meet Florida Man. I didn't see Florida Man in action at any point.
That's sad to hear.
It was heartbreaking.
I can imagine.
If there's one celebrity I could go with, it would be Florida Man. Just to be a fly on the wall.
Well, we got Frankie McDonald in the background. Let's bring him in.
Yes.
Hey, Frankie.
Please.
How's it going, Frankie? We can't hear you, bud.
Yeah.
Can you try again? Frankie?
Frankie is the master
Yeah, we're
of
having
live
some
streaming.
technical.
How does this happen?
I
Yeah.
know. There he goes. He'll be back.
He will. Frankie is just going to Kool-Aid Man into the room any moment.
Yeah, Frankie's good for that.
I've been hearing he is. I've been hearing that there's been some weather anomalies that have been interfering with a lot of that has been interfering with internet service. So given the distance from where we all are respectively, and particularly with the long distance live streams and connections, there's been consistent interference in the last few weeks. So I guess winter is good for that.
Okay.
I mean, in summer, we have the whole summer weather systems of all the storms and whatnot's going on. In winter, it's just a lot of everything going haywire. Our internet's not designed for this world.
I know there's been a lot of bad weather where Frankie lives.
Testing 1, 2, 3, testing.
Oh, we can hear you, buddy. You're coming through.
I just did the right settings with the base and webcam. I'm Frankie down. And Los Angeles had so much rain last weekend as well.
Yeah, I heard it's been pretty crazy where you live, Frankie. It's been a lot of snow lately.
In Los Angeles, too, had a lot of rain in Los Angeles. That's where Trevor lives.
Yeah. So how have you been, Frankie?
Great. Over Trevor's happy hour tonight at 7 Eastern, 8 Atlantic, 4 Pacific.
What was that show you tried to get me on last week? The
Trevor's happy hour, but Trevor has a bad foot.
Oh, okay. I thought there was another one, Clumps and
Kids like Clump podcast.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I tried to join that, but there were some technical difficulties. Maybe we can do that later this week.
That will be on my next interview with Kids and Clump is February 28th.
Oh, okay. Sounds good, bud.
And did you hear about this? The weather all across the eastern United States is going to bring colder, normal temperatures all across the eastern United States. And so much rain going on in Vancouver, British Columbia right now. It's going to got a storm heading for Boston, Massachusetts on Tuesday. It's going to bring over 12 inches, 6 to 12 inches of snow or more in Boston, Springfield, things like this, and all those places where Michael P. Mahone, a.k.a. Mike the K-Man, lives in the state of Massachusetts.
Nice.
Michael P. Mahone, that's the guy who does Facebook rankings.
Okay.
He lives in Massachusetts. Then he got lots of snow heading for Perth, Rhode Island, Connecticut, and all those places as well. And Vermont, New Hampshire, New York, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Newfoundland. And it's going to bring more rain in California later on this week. Coming another atmospheric river heading for Los Angeles as well. They get really, really cold weather in prairie provinces in Minnesota and all these places that cold us. They got drier air in Arizona and New Mexico, Nevada, and all these places. Lots of rain in Vancouver right now. Lots of thunderstorms and rain going on in Central America right now. There's down South America, a lot of thunderstorms and rain going on in Brazil, Venezuela, drier than normal temperatures. Lots of thunderstorms and rain going on in Colombia, Peru, Ecuador, Bolivia, and northern Peru. And it's really dry in northern Chile. And a lot of fires going on near Santiago, Chile. A lot of forest fires. There's lots of rain going in thunderstorms in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, as of right now. And here's my weather forecast for Europe. Lots of cold weather in England right now. It's windy conditions and rain in England, Scotland, Wales, and Ireland as well. And there's here about this, lots of snow going up in Finland, Sweden, and things like this. Lots of rain and showers so going on in France and Spain so far. And it got some cold weather in Italy and it's headed towards Croatia and Bosnia and all those places. And cold weather's headed for Greece and Turkey and those things like this. Lots of rain going on in places like it's really, really cold. There's a big high pressure system over in Western Russia right now, like Moscow and those places. Then you get really cold weather heading for Cairo, Egypt as well. Then you got cold weather heading for parts of Libya right now. And the Western Pacific, lots of thunderstorms, lots of storms coming off the coast of Japan. It's colder than average temperatures in northern Japan, like Sapporo, Japan. Later on this week, there's another storm coming off the coast of Japan. It's really warm weather in southern China. It's lots of cold weather going on in Mongolia and Siberia right now. Next month, Siberia will gradually warm up.
Nice.
And over in India, it's really dry right now in India. Lots of rain going on in Indonesia right now, in parts of Philippines and Papua New Guinea and all these places that they're in the rainy season right now. So is northern Australia. In India, lots of it's dry right now in Sri Lanka. Then they got some thunderstorms and rain forecast. It's really dry in India, but the odd shower going on in somewhere in India right now. And did you hear about this? In southern Africa, lots of thunderstorms and rain going on in Madagascar, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, southern Congo, Angola, and Gabon, and all those places. And La Rio and the Mauritius Islands, there's a possible tropical cyclone forming off the coast of La Reunion Islands later on in the week as well. It's going to bring a big tropical cyclone all across. And it could be, and that's going to affect the shipping interest over in places like an Indian Ocean. Lots of thunderstorms and rain going on in northern Australia right now. It's a little bit drier. It's really hot in New Zealand right now. It's their summertime. Next month it's their fall.
That's interesting stuff, Frankie. Hey, John, where are you from, bud?
I'm from Rhode Island, like you just brought up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that bad lately.
That's good.
Did you hear about this? It's dark. It's still dark 24 hours a day up in the Arctic. Starting to get the daylight up in the North Pole right now. And up above the Arctic Circle, gradually getting more daylight. They're starting to get more darkness down below Antarctic Circle.
Hey, Frankie, is that a lava lamp behind you?
Yes.
Do you have it plugged in?
Yes.
Nice. Can we see it?
Nice.
Roger the Wild Child Show will be back on the air this month.
Yeah, I heard Roger the Wild Child show is a pretty good one.
Yeah, Roger the Wild Child Show's in. And places, and Trey Campbell's doing good. Who else in the waiting room?
Yeah, Trey Campbell's a good dude. Happy to hear that,
Is
Frankie.
anybody else in the waiting room?
No, Jesse Tyler's supposed to be here sometime coming up, but other than that, the waiting room's empty.
And then where's Trey Campbell?
Good question.
It's hard to say,
Where
bud.
is he?
Yeah, do you know where Trey is, Imogen?
Trey's been doing a lot of comedy lately. Hiding
Yeah.
out in Texas.
Yeah, I had him on the
Where I
show.
imagine lurking.
Yeah. I had him on the show a couple weeks ago. He's a good guest.
What?
He is. He's really entertaining. Frankie, what happened to your cheek? You have
Yeah.
a bruise. Are you okay?
Yeah, fell down. And then,
Oh.
how's Trey doing?
You were then worried.
That means
Good
I just
question.
reminded
You have to ask
Tony
him.
and the others.
How did you fall down, Frankie?
Just fell down.
Okay.
And where's Chase and Marshall?
I'm in Dayton, Ohio right now.
What about Joey Only?
I have no idea.
I just reminded him on the Facebook chat.
Okay. He tried to show up last week, but we were in the middle of something and I couldn't bring him on and you hadn't come on yet. And he never came back.
And what about Brandon Helk?
I haven't talked to Brandon in a little while. Oh, Joey Only's in British Columbia, Frankie.
Yes, he is. And tonight's Trevor's Happy Hour podcast.
That's right.
Trevor Garner, he's the host of Trevor's Happy Hour.
Okay. So you got a full week of shows coming up, right?
And did you hear about this? My next interview with Kinsey Klump, that'll be on until February 28th.
Yeah, I think I heard something about that earlier, bud.
That I told Jamie Klump about that.
Yeah, it looked like it'd be a fun show. Like I said, I was trying to get on there last time when you sent me a link, but there was technical issues and I couldn't get in.
There's technical issues on his side.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah, when I tried to get in, it was just kind of their side was echoey and stuff like that, and it just wouldn't let me in.
And then some kind of technical issues going on in Jamie Clump's side.
Yeah. And Brandon Houck, he's in Brooks, Alberta.
Yes, he is.
All right.
Trevor Garner is in Riverside, Anaheim, California.
That's right. You know where everybody's from, don't you?
Trey's from Houston, and Roger Wildhouse in Caddy, Texas, west of Houston.
Let me ask you something, Frankie.
Yeah.
Did you get that bruise because you're secretly Spider-Man?
And did you hear about this?
He didn't deny it.
Joey only showed this Thursday night coming. You could be a guest on
What
the
they all
podcast.
do.
Jason, you could be a guest on Joey only showed this Thursday night coming.
Yeah, that would be nice. I would like to meet him. I think I've talked to Joey once or twice. I'm not sure. Did you bring him on the show before, Frankie?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I talked to Joey only.
Joey only is the host of the Community Meteorological Weather Report. Who's in the waiting room right now?
So far, nobody. We're still waiting on Jesse Tyler. He must have got busy or something. So, Songman, do you have a song maybe for Imogen or for Frankie?
Oh, yeah, I can do one weekend. Where the weather outside is frightful, and England is so delightful. And since there's no place for her to go, let her give a low blow to that hole in the snow.
California gets earthquakes.
Would Frankie please check the weather, because I know for sure telling all this news makes us feel much better, and I'm sure for sure we're going to have to give him a reward of a feather.
Did you hear that, Frankie?
What?
Oh, one more time, John.
Yeah. My name is Frankie. I'm just here to check the weather because I'm sure it makes you two feel much better. Because whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to set a feather because it's going to make everyone better feel a blather.
That was just for you, Frankie.
Thanks for the update.
I also did a forecast for Massachusetts. There's a big storm hitting for Massachusetts on Tuesday. That's where Michael P. Mahone lives.
What about Rhode Island, where John the Songman lives?
He's getting a lot of snow, too.
Yeah. How was your storm last week, Frankie? I know you guys got a lot of snow.
Centimeters of snow. They had a hard time shoveling snow. They had Nova Scotia declare a state of emergency. And City of Nova Scotia, Los Angeles had to declare a state of emergency for mudslides.
Wow. I didn't know that, Frankie. That's good.
Chile had to declare a state of emergency because of fires.
Who did?
Chile.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I hadn't heard about that. You're
chaos.
You keep up to date on weather everywhere, even natural disasters, huh?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I love it. All right, John, is there any other songs you got?
I think I lost count because I've given you the ones in the past.
And, hey guys, if you want to, if you want to follow me on social media, my Blue Skies at Frankie MacD. My link tree is Frankie MacDonald. My Twitter is now X is Frankie MacD. My Facebook is Frankie MacDonald. My Instagram is Frankie MacD94. My TikTok is FrankDon94. My Clapper is FrankDon94. My Twitch is FrankDon94. My Snapchat is Frankie MECDON. My YouTube channel stocks will be my LinkedIn's Frankie MacDonald. Best luck, I'm Frankie Don. You're listening to We Don't Have Cookies podcast every Sunday afternoons.
Thanks for stopping by, Frankie. It was great to see you.
Great seeing you.
There goes Frankie. He never denied he wasn't Spider-Man.
And then just
no, not at all.
No, he did.
What was that, Imogen?
This is the magic of Frankie. He Kool-Aid Man's into the room and then he disappears. He really has some Spider-Man-ish trademarks. Like he just appears out of nowhere and then he's gone. He just does this. He video play and just at the weirdest times. Yeah, he didn't deny it.
And I love that he
changed the subject
Yeah, he did. I love how
the man, such the Spider-Man, and we knew he must have fell down on his hand because I know for sure he was entertaining here as the big fuzzy man.
That's right, Songman.
Yeah.
Was that your first time meeting Frankie, or have you met him before?
No, that was we remember before last time I was on.
Okay, I thought so, but I wasn't
Yeah,
exactly
maybe the last time if I was on correctly.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, Frankie's a living legend on YouTube.
Yeah.
So
Really
you got
is.
a you got a
We try
fashion
to
show?
explain.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Next week, the Fashion Splash fashion event is happening. They're raising money for the Victoria Women's Transition. Absolutely fantastic. All of the VIP seating is already sold out. They've only got a few tickets left, but there's lots of room with the online auction, which is just super cool because like they do this every year. I think they support Transition House consistently, or I'm not sure if they change it up. A lot of ongoing events will kind of change it up between a couple of different organizations, but this year it's the Transition House that they're supporting. So yeah, next Saturday I'm going to be stomping down the runway in some custom made designs and having a lot of fun with that because I haven't been on stage in a while. Pre-COVID, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's too
And
long.
you come up with your own fashion too, right?
Some of my stuff is very custom made. Some of it's I did some photos a while ago. It was actually like for a friend of mine for his birthday last year. Last summer I went blonde. I've never been blonde ever. This was kind of a novelty. I wanted to do it at least once. So I went blonde. For his birthday, I did a photo series recreating like some iconic 80s, the cherry pie girl. I noticed, it's just, I happened to notice one day, I'm like, I'm blonde, I'm going to have some fun with this. Looked up cherry pie. And actually I was kind of dressed very similar to the most legendary image of her. So I'm like, oh, fuck this, I'm doing this photo. And so I just did this series of recreating iconic 80s pinup girls, like album artwork, thrash metal album artwork, hair metal, stuff like that. But one of the things that I did was the Tawny Katane from the Rat album cover called Out of the Cellar. Just wearing this like real 80s tattered stuff, big along the Graham dank back alley. So to recreate that, what I did was I used I tore apart an old VHS tape and made a dress out of celluloid, taped and hot glued it all over so that it was not moving, and then I recreated that album cover. So a lot of my imagery actually does have very custom stuff in it. If I'm representing a designer or a brand, all the time I will accessorize and customize to get a lot more one of a kind. Fashion isn't limited to what you get off the hangers.
Yeah. So you made it out of a VHS tape?
No.
Yes, sir, I did. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
It was fun. I love VHS. I love celluloid. I'm a child of the 80s, so I have a certain stuff. And great. It was. I had a lot of fun with that one while. Yeah.
Have you ever made
Took a while to get the set.
Have you ever made a dress out of
Yeah. Out of which?
Have you ever made a dress out of any other stuff like that?
I've done celluloid, saran wrap. I've done like 3 different kinds of tape, like packing tape, electrical tape. That was a weird one. I've done stuff using duct tape as a medium. I made a 2-piece cheerleader outfit out of bubble wrap one time, and then a matching suit jacket for my buddy. It was just, I had bubble wrap. I made this stuff. Later that night, a party broke out at his house, and we were there already wearing bubble wrap. So
That's awesome.
There's no real limitation. Yeah, there's no real limitation to the materials that you can use. Like if any material and then the right, medium to kind of the right cohesive element, like you can sew it together, you can glue it together, whatever. It's very stuff like that's been popularized because of RuPaul's Drag Race, but it's really old world, OG fashion, OG drag. It was very improvised. It was very, I want to have this look and I'm going to make it happen. These are the materials at hand. It could be craft supplies and glue. I've literally used crazy glue to stick things to myself to make an image complete or to put stuff together. or I'd be doing an event and something would fall apart, and we'd always have like a first aid kit, as we called it, and glue is a staple of it. Staples, glue, thread and needle, all sorts of stuff. Like it's really guerrilla style. Like you just kind of make it work, and it comes together, and no one knows the difference. And the novelty of being at a black tie funk in the real, in a gated community, and knowing that I'm there with hot glue holding things together, and that I've, and there's all these people, complimenting the outfit, and, for who I'm representing, they're all saying like, wow, that is amazing. And I'm like, oh, it's custom. When they're asking, who designed this? Who did that? And what are you wearing? I'm like, well, it was originally designed, or it was a collaboration. That's code word. It was a collaboration. It's a custom design. But go talk to them. They do amazing stuff. No one knows that I'm wearing a lot of tape and glue and craft supplies. But if everyone wants to believe it's Prada, let them. It may have been Prada originally. I don't know.
Well, we got to head out of here. Is there anything either of you guys want to promote before you go?
Well, I think we got everything covered, but just put on a happy Imogen face. Then she'll tell you why she has a nice belt around her waist whenever she puts a fashion show on her VH tape.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was custom fit just for you, Imogen.
Yeah. You're welcome.
It doesn't get custom. Yeah, it's my website, imogen.in, www.imogen.in, has all sorts of stuff on it. Whatever I'm up to, I'll generally put on there. Because not everyone's on social media. My social media is extremely active. If you Google or if you go on Facebook, look up Imogen Cookie Bailey, hyphenated last name. That's the way to find me on social. Otherwise, just my website it's centralized everything, all sorts of stuff. So go there if you want to stalk me online.
Sounds good. Well, I appreciate you two coming on.
Yeah.
And I want to thank everybody for watching the show, and join us next Sunday at noon. We'll be right here.
Sounds fabulous.
Thank you.
Great to be back, as always.
I'll see you guys later.
Take care. Have a great week.